simple interest and compounded interest. Firstly, simple interest is something we use usually when we are borrowing money, but we also when we invest money. Now, when we borrow money, simple interest is the one we want because simple interest is calculated yearly on the amount we originally took, where compounded interest is taken on how much money we still owe or how much money we have invested in total. So that's with added interest every year, how much money is totaled in your bank. So that's the one you usually want when you are doing investment. But let's read what they're asking here. So we're going to start by analyzing our question. Jarba's grandmother gave him 3,000 Rand for his birthday. He wants to invest it, but is not sure which option is best. He would like to invest his money for 5 years. At the bank, they offer him 7.5% on simple interest and then 7% on compounded interest. Calculate which investment he should take by calculating the interest for each. So to calculate the interest for each, we first need to go and see what each one will give us. So we start by writing down our formula. Now, it's important to write down your formula because that already gives you 1 mark. So for a simple interest, so let's just write a simple interest. We're going to calculate first. The annual amount or the total accumulated amount you will get is the following formula. We take the principal amount, which is our money he puts into the bank. And that is, let's make it smaller, total amount plus the interest rate. So this is our interest rate, 7.5%, but we don't use 7.5. We say 7.5 divided by 100. Okay, which gives us 0.075. Always do that with your calculator just to make sure. Okay, and then our time, we take it. Now that could be an N or a T. Usually we use an N. So this here is our N. Okay, now we have to do is go and put everything we know into our account, into our formula. So principal is 3,000. 1 plus our interest rate, and use brackets because we're substituting. That's 0.075. Let's just fix that there. $0.075, and we are timesing that with the amount of years, which is 5 years. So now if we put that into our calculator, 3,000 bracket 1 plus bracket 0.075 bracket 5, we get a total amount of 4,125. Now, this is the amount he's going to get in total after 5 years. But we need to calculate what is the interest he got. So all you have to take is the new amount, the accumulated amount, and you minus it from the principal of how much he put into the bank. And if we calculate that, we can see he gets 1,125 Rand on his investment. Now let's move on and do the same for compounded interest. So compounded interest, our formula, our accumulated amount is equal to P1 plus I, but this time it's to the power of N, because remember we take it on the how much money is in that bank at that time of the year. So let's go and substitute that in. So our principal amount is still 3,000. 1 plus, but this time the I changed over here to 0.07 only. 0.07, and that's to the power of 5 years. Now if we put that into the calculator, Raise that to the power of 5. We get 4,207 Rand and 66 cents. Now again, we need to find the interest only. So to get the interest only, we are going to take the principal amount, or the new amount, accumulated amount, 4,207, 66 cents, minus the principal of 3,000. And we get 1,207 and 66 cents. So we can see that even though the compounded interest, the interest rate was much lower, we still ended up getting more money than we did with the simple interest. So answer here, which option you should take, and that is definitely compounded interest, because it makes more money at the end of the day.